I became an agitator, a hellraiser for human dignity. I organized and unionized the men and boys of the mining camps, the women and children slaving away in the mills. Newspapers called me the most dangerous woman in America. Everyone else just called me Mother Jones. I was no stranger to Colorado. I was arrested here on several occasions. Organizing the miners in Cripple Creek and Trinidad, and the steel mill workers in Pueblo. I was put under military arrest for the protection of society. The protection of high society, mind you. The likes of Rockefeller, who owned the Colorado Fuel and Iron Company, and most of your public officials. Two of your governors threw me out of the state, acting more as Rockefeller corporate rats than as representatives of the people. I was back within days doing what needed to be done. There was a great deal needing to be done. Those were hard times, not just for many, but for most. The mining companies were indeed the worst, extracting maximum human misery for their maximum profit. They controlled the press and the government, they did, with their vast wealth and influence. They had the governor call out the army to Ludlow, Colorado, to that temporary tent camp of striking miners and their families, where they had them massacre men, women, and children for daring to ask for a living wage. We had to fight like hell for a living wage, for an 8-hour working day, for the right to unionize, for worker safety, for a ban on child labor, and for every child's right to education. You're sleepwalking through history, allowing the same forces of limitless greed to roll back all that I and so many fought so hard for. Got jailed, beaten, evicted, starved, and shot for. Do you not see them now? Rolling back. A living wage, unions, worker safety, worker pensions. Taxing your hard-earned wages, but not their unearned passive income. Exporting jobs and whole industries to slave wage countries. Trying to auction off and privatize public institutions, government functions, prisons, Social Security, Medicare, the Postal Service, universities and their student loan programs, and even the armed forces as cash cows for corporations. Then asking you, demanding that you and the next generation too pay off the criminal bankers' gambling debts from 2008. And that's in history. And what about the oil and gas corporations taking over your state with horizontal hydraulic fracturing of shale? They're not just extracting oil and gas. They're extracting your health and the health of your children, too. Turning the whole state into one big mining camp, turning you into the canaries in the mine.
Boo!
Spewing toxic emissions, poisoning vast amounts of water permanently, storing it underground where it threatens to contaminate your water supply permanently. In your state of Colorado, where there's no water to spare, there is no future in that. Water is life, belongs to everyone, especially since the climate change is clearly upon you, with temperatures rising, drought spreading, oceans acidifying, species vanishing. When you pass that climate collapse tipping point, it's irreversible, not fixable. That's the end of decent life on the planet. Wake up! Corporations, fictional persons, are infesting your government and stealing your mind. Why, they're extracting the very future out from under you. Those giant corporations have you hypnotized with their incessant advertisements and fantasy television shows, convincing you you're not merely attractive enough, young enough, slim enough, hairless enough, manly enough, and much too boring, wrinkled, and under-medicated to give any value. Or to think for yourself. And all the while they act as if they're doing you a favor with this advice, this litany of insults to your human dignity. Turn off the damn television!
Yeah!
Restore your imagination and your sanity. Demand back the taxpayer bailout of the pirate bankers with interest.
Woo!
Reclaim your government, a working economy, and a livable future for the planet, too. The next generation won't hold against you what you've done. They'll hold against you what you've left undone.
Woo!
There's a great deal of damage to undo in this world to set a decent course. Get up there and agitate and organize!